Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives with a Convoy. This is the Convoy S2 Plus. This is like the king of budget lights. And that's not just according to me, that's according to the flashlight community. You can look up other reviews of it. Here is a closer look at the light. You see it has some texture there, fairly smooth. It does not have an anti-roll feature. All right, so be careful. It's all controlled by a tail switch, and this one has, hold on, this one has an orange peel reflector, right? But they do have some models that have a smooth reflector. Now the maximum lumens on this 1000, and if you want to see the stats on this, check out the first link I include in the text description box, and it will go to this very model, right? Because it does not come with a data sheet, but all the data is on the listing. It's a GearBest link, you know them. So how does it work? Well, to turn it on, press the tail switch. To turn it off, press the tail switch again. Once it is on, you can half press, which will switch the mode. All right, so let's do that. All right, so as you can see, it is cycling through low, medium, and high with half presses. All right, so that's high. That's 1000 lumens. Now this has 3 brightness levels. The high mode is 1000 lumens, the medium is 400 lumens, and the low mode is 50 lumens. This also has 2 special modes, Strobe and SOS, but wait, this has 2 different mode cycles. The first mode cycle has no special blinking modes. The first mode cycle only has low, medium, and high brightness levels. And that's how I like it. But if you want to add the SOS and the strobe to the mode cycle, this light is programmable. So how do you change from the 3 mode cycle to the 5 mode cycle? Well, basically, you put it in low and wait for it to blink. Hold on, there you go. Alright, so put it in low. After about 5 seconds it will blink. After it blinks, quickly turn it off. And now it's in the 5 mode cycle. Alright, strobe warning. Alright, so did you see how the strobe and the SOS were added to the mode cycle? Now that is a great feature, being able to take the flashing modes out of your normal mode cycle. Right, that's a feature that you wouldn't expect for a light that is sometimes as low as $12. I really like that because I don't normally use the flashing modes, so I just take them out of the cycle. But I'm glad that they're still there if I need them because, you know, what if I'm hiking somewhere and I break my leg and suddenly I need the SOS mode? It's never happened, but you might need the SOS or the strobe at some point. Now this also has a memory function which kicks in after a few seconds, okay? So, for example, you see how it's in the low mode? All right, and I turned it off in the low mode. After a few seconds, comes back on in the low mode. Now this operates with one 18650 lithium-ion cell. To get at it, you unscrew the tail cap. I'm just using this Olight branded 18650 that I got in one of those package deals with an Olight, but you do not have to use a fancy name brand cell at all. You can use the less expensive high drain Samsung batteries that they sell at GearBest. Just look those up or look up a video on that, but that's what I ran, and yeah, this will make 1000 lumens from an 18650. Okay, here's the Convoy light on the testing board. This is low. Let's cycle through. That's the medium. Pretty bright. But that is the high mode. Alright, strobe warning and flashing warning. Hold on. That is the strobe. And that is the SOS mode. Okay, YouTube, we are in the 2nd story window with this Convoy light. Let's shine it around in the backyard. That's the wood pile. Some vegetation. The chairs. That's the testing board over there. And here's a top view of the beam shot for this Convoy light. Okay, let's go check out the sports field. Now the sports field is actually longer than the max beam distance of this light, so I don't expect it to hit the goal. But just for comparison and because people want to see, let's see how far it can reach. Okay, here it is at the sports field, and as you see, I mean, it's not meant as that long of a range light, but this is the sports field. What about a closer target? I see some trees. Behold, this is the entrance to the creek. I never showed that before. All right, here is the Convoy lighting up Frog Creek, the bridge, the opposite bank of the creek. There's the water. You can hear it flowing very strongly. The treetops. Pretty good. I mean, it lights up the whole scene. Hey, what's up, YouTube? We're walking through the swamp. With this Convoy light, let's see what we can see. Now, this is the trail through the swamp that geese and other animals walk down this trail. And then to either side of us is the swamp. You can hear all kinds of frogs and things. All right, let me try and find some fish. There's a fish there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the on the camera. Can you see it? Where'd it go? There, you see that? That's a fish. See that little fish right there? Yeah, you can see that with this Convoy light. Oh, I see another fish. This one is orange, you can see. What is it? Don't know, but it's an orange fish. Oh, another one swimming by it. Alright, let's walk further down the trail and see what we can see. Here's another little pool. I'm not going to stay here too long. There's a whole bunch of, there's a lot of deer ticks in this country. But yeah, this thing is very handy. I mean, imagine if you were going for a hike or going camping in some, you know, kind of wilderness area. This would be very useful. Yeah, I mean, this lights up your path and it just lights up the whole scene. I managed to spook a deer. Hold on. And there it goes. Actually, it's coming towards me. Oh, there it goes. And one more shot for you guys with this Convoy, just the other side of the swamp. That is some thick vegetation. And there's like a stream that goes through there that like feeds the swamp. Alright YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that. We are back. So here is the Convoy with some of its friends. As I said, they have many different versions of this. I'm going to list all of them, and that red one will be the first link that I list if you want the one that I demonstrated in this video. Now you may ask, what's the difference between all the different versions? Well, you have to read the fine print on the listings because some of them have an orange peel reflector, which is better for flood effect lighting, and some have a smooth reflector, which will make it longer in range. Alright, and they have ones that, you know, the emitter might be different. So check the emitter, check the reflector, check the lumens, and check the beam distance in the different listings. All right, if one is cheaper and one is more expensive, there's probably, you know, some differences in performance between those 4 factors. All right, let's do pros and cons. In general, the biggest benefit of this is the ratio of lumens to dollars, or whatever your currency is. You know, the brightness it gives you for such a low price. 1,000 lumens is very respectable for such an inexpensive light. It's simple but strong. It is streamlined as well. In other words, the head is no larger in diameter than the body of the light. Makes it very easy to carry. It's not bulky. Definitely something that would be handy if you're going camping, going hiking, just, you know, checking out a noise in the backyard. And I like the simple mode cycle. You know, it's got a memory function, it's got low, medium, and high, and you can remove the annoying flashing modes from the normal mode cycle, but in an emergency, you can bring the flashing modes back. I definitely like that. All right, so it sounds pretty good. Are there any drawbacks that you should know about? There's a few. As I said, there's no anti-roll feature. The range on this one, not very long range, not meant to be a thrower. It is not rechargeable. The battery, you know, you can use is, but you can't recharge it in the light. That's fine with me, but if you don't have a smart charger, be inconvenient for you. And the last potential drawback is that the head of the light gets very hot if you leave this in the high mode for, you know, a minute or more. You're going to start to feel it get hot to the touch. Now that's actually pretty common these days with many lights, but because this is so inexpensive, you might be buying it for someone that's not really familiar with lights or your entire household. So just make sure that everyone who might use this light understands that it does get hot, it's not a toy, and do not leave it lying around unattended in the high mode. All right, YouTube. Well, that was fast and furious, but I hope you enjoyed this review. Final conclusions. Convoy is one of the kings of budget lights, and the S2 Plus, it's one of their flagship models. I mean, I can't tell you how many people have told me that they're very glad that they got one of these. All right, so consider it. Check out the links. Those are GearBest links. All right, this has been We All Juggle Knives and Flashlights. I'm out.